we already live?
Yeah, I made it just in time.
Oh man, I missed the picture.
Nope, I made it like, where's Mike?
Oh,
But you're here. You made it just in time.
okay.
Woo! All right. So we decided to have lunch beforehand, so we are energized and ready for you. So we're here. Oh, I got you a fizz. I wasn't sure if what you were drinking or
Perfect.
what you're doing, but there were some pre-questions.
Pre-questions. What's up, Caleb, Nolan, Waylon, Noah, Matthew?
Someone asked if I'd consider racing again since I have the channel going strong. I haven't raced in like.
Wait, they want you to
12
race again
years.
because the channel's going strong?
Evidently.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't plan to. And then someone asked,
Doesn't even want to try Irish.
did I ever run for Miss Motorsports? I have not. We can definitely make that a topic of discussion, but let's see. So, Gentleman Geek asked, how are we holding up? He's missing racing. Yeah, same. How are you holding up?
Fine.
You're fine? Not missing it yet?
I mean,
how long's it been?
I miss it.
It's been 4 months since you raced. Well, no, you raced Trenton
I
indoors.
raced in Trenton.
So
But
it's been like a month and a half, essentially.
I'm fine because I have faith. Like, faith that the second that they lift this, whatever it is,
We're gonna go racing.
well, not only are we gonna get racing, but they're gonna schedule a race every single day.
Yeah, just to make up for it.
Yeah, and it will be so
That's so true.
exhausted
That's
from
so
trying
true.
to race every day.
Mm-hmm. He's got a good point there.
So I'm not really concerned.
Lots of news. Oh no, Steven pointed it out already. Mike, you want to talk about the coloring on your race car last night? Your design.
What was the specific question?
Steven said, lots of news I saw about complaints on the coloring of Mike's car.
You know, I heard a lot about that too.
I'm so sorry.
I'm really disappointed. So nobody likes my my artistic skills.
He designed it himself.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was going. They have like stock graphics that you can choose from, and I went in there and I tried to pick whatever was closest to our car. So I picked white, black, and yellow. Those are the colors on our big block. So I don't know. That's how they fell on there. And then everyone was picking on the white wheels, and then I had orange wheels on the sprint car because they don't like our car's fluorescent red. Yeah. They don't have fluorescent red as a color option.
But you did send your design to the people that designed the iRacing. Is that what I gathered, maybe?
Yeah, supposedly.
Hopefully it works.
Sweeney is supposed to be drawing me up a car. So we'll have a better looking car for you guys next time.
I think
no one's concerned about how I drove or how the race went.
Let's cover this first. So I think that
the car looks ugly.
when you ran well, honey, which you will tell us all about. But I think that to be able to make that connection from it was live on what Fox Sports 1 last night.
Yeah.
And he was in the race. But I think from an outsider's perspective that don't know who you are, they might see your iRacing late model, but if they can make the connection from that's what the 35 looks like on a modified.
Yeah.
So when they actually watch the modifieds, they'll be like, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I get it.
You don't have white wheels on your modified.
I just don't have the ability. Somebody else has to do that.
Yes. So that's a work in progress.
And I was going to leave it up to Dan Pilot because he does our graphics.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't do iRacing either. So hopefully Sweeney can hook us up.
Would you like to at least tell him how you did? Because you did good.
I started 12th and finished 9th. And that was great. Mm-hmm. I had a great time. We had a lot of battles, 3 wide, 4 wide. I think it was exciting racing. I could run the top or the bottom or the middle, and sometimes I just stuffed it in the middle 3 wide just to make it exciting. I was just just the excitement of being on TV.
That's pretty neat that they actually did that. I think it's different. My dad called me right after, and he's like, I think because he actually built a simulator, a sprint car simulator. Gosh, early 2000s, I think, and he had sold it. I don't know, 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and he's like, after watching that, I think I'm gonna build one. I'm like, are you gonna race? Is the question. That would be interesting.
Well, you have to practice first. It's like a whole new thing. You don't you don't just get in a midget just because you raced. Like tonight, they're gonna have a USAC race, right? You're not just gonna get in that and feel just like you were in real life. It feels different a little bit, so you got to get used to it.
So John Doe asks a very intriguing question. It caught my attention. If you had to wear one color socks for the rest of your life, what color would you choose?
Yeah, black socks. Yeah, because white socks are too hard to keep clean. Black socks, you can walk around.
I just don't like socks. So Mike wears socks all the time.
I love socks. I can't not wear socks.
I hate socks. I can go without them. So that evens that out. What did you guys think of last night's iRacing video that I posted? I thought that was quite interesting. I tried doing a spin off of what our normal racing videos look like.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, a lot of people have been asking that. Rob Young wants to know why one glove. If you watched mid-season, all of a sudden we went from having 2 holy gloves to just 1 glove.
Holy gloves.
Holy gloves.
That's holy as in worn out, not holy as in like church holy.
Yeah. Would you like to kind of give him the consensus behind that?
What happened was there was a time when I was racing so much that my gloves were worn out, and the fingers had so many holes in them, and the pads had so many holes in them that it was like on my left hand, because my left hand does the most work on the steering wheel. The right hand's kind of just like guiding.
Yes.
Well, my left glove was worn out, so I just stopped wearing the left glove because it's like it's not doing anything. It's not protecting me from a fire. I might as well just go barehanded. And I wore a right glove. That way, if I did catch on fire, I'd at least have one hand to be able to maneuver myself.
You carry the other glove in the car with you, don't you, usually?
Yeah, in case. Well, I carried the glove with no fingers and holes in it, in case they pull up and the guy goes, how come you only have one glove on?
We did definitely get
So then people started getting angry with me. Yeah. You need to be, you need to be safe. You need to wear your gloves. You got to get some new gloves. Yeah. Well, guess what? They're $120 for a pair of gloves that are going to wear out 5 races. Yeah. So, people don't understand that, but I do agree. You got to, safety is very important. So,
yeah.
If there was a fire, I had it in there with me, I was going to slip it on. I was going to slip it on real quick. No, I was going to unbuckle and get the heck out of there.
Yeah. No, I know a lot of people. Because for a while I was putting the camera in the cockpit and you could see, I thought it was cool that you could see how your hand coordination and that you weren't wearing glove, but it really just went big, and people even some of the officials were like, maybe just put the other glove on. I'm like, do we have to? We were winning races, gotta have that good juju. Okay, so Kyle asked, not as realistic, but have you considered trying R Factor? I think I've heard that.
Yeah, Kyle. I've played R Factor. What's neat is R Factor has the modifieds. They have tracks like Brewerton Speedway and our local tracks, which is awesome. But for the simulation factor and the feeling like you're actually working on getting better at as a driver, I don't think there's anything that competes with iRacing.
Have I ever heard of R Factor?
Maybe, I don't know if you have or not, but yeah, I think I don't know if it was last weekend or maybe it's coming up. There was going to be a R Factor race at Brewerton with like all Brewerton people.
Is Brewerton on iRacing?
No. See, iRacing only has, Williams Grove, Knoxville, Charlotte.
They like to put the tracks on the program. They actually need like the size and all that information.
Oh, they scan the whole track and get it perfect. I mean, when you go to Williams Grove, the gate, the bridge is there in the backstretch. There's the gate. There's that huge hump, and it messes you up, and it's awful, but it's realistic. So,
Jason says, put a GoPro so we can see Mike's footwork.
On iRacing, or
I'm just kidding.
Or the real car.
I would put on the real race car. No offense, I don't iRacing, but would we be able to do that? It might be a little dark in there.
We can put a light.
Oh, we can put a light so we can see your feet.
Yep, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I guess we could try that. That's not a bad idea. All right, I like ideas. Ideas are good. Larry asks, is there feel on the gas and brake pedal?
Well, it depends on what you have for gas and brake pedals. If you have like the cheap ones like I have, it's just a spring. So there's really no feel. I mean, the gas kind of feels similar because those are always just held back by a spring. But brakes are hydraulic. So they make an expensive set of pedals that you can get that have a hydraulic feel to them. And the sensor is by force and not position. So instead of like moving the brake pedal to get it to stop, you're actually it's like squeezing it like it would be hydraulically. So that feels a lot more realistic, but it's more money.
Yes. You lost me.
And most people say that is one of the first most, like, if you're going to invest money into like being better in iRacing, put it into the pedals, because that's where you can really improve your lap times and be more consistent.
Ben Cole asks, are you going to run Fonda besides the big races? Deo has turned Fonda around immensely. That he has. Are you going to answer that?
Besides the big races?
Yeah. I mean, he has done a great job, but I don't think we're not going to be there weekly, so I'd imagine we're only going to make big races.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if there's a rain out and we got a car ready to go, I don't see why not. But wait and see.
John made a comment about being left-handed. Yeah, so when I post videos on like Instagram or Facebook, they actually flip the videos around. So I'm not actually left-handed. I'm right-handed. He is left-handed.
This is my left hand.
This is my left hand. I use everything right-handed. Although, aren't you kind of like ambidextrous or something?
Yeah, but I'm left-hand dominant steering.
Yeah.
Because you shift with your right hand in an American car.
An American car? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. There was a question, something about, oh my goodness, where did that go? Bob wants to know if we'll be at Action Track this year.
I sure hope so.
I know I'll probably make a couple visits.
I know Mandy's brother will be there every week, right?
Yeah.
And if Bob Hummer has a seat open, I'd be glad to go down and run when it's available.
A few people have asked why I don't put a GoPro on Mike's helmet. So I feel he's like this far from the roof. The GoPro is probably this big.
Yeah, you'd have to put it down on the chin.
Yeah.
You couldn't put it on the top. There's no room. Like, I can't even have my
the breather,
the blower, the fan in the top. I have it offset to the side so that it's not like sticking up in the roof.
Yeah. I like the positions I put the cameras in is that way they're not in the way of the driver, because obviously like my biggest concern is the driver, not only like the safety, but I don't want to be in the way and I don't want it distracting them. Like I've had the camera facing towards Mike or Dad or Billy, and I'll cover the GoPro so you don't see the red blinking light. Like, I don't like the distractions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be the cause of any failures. So putting on my helmet, I don't know. It just really hasn't kind of piqued my interest of doing that. But let's see. Okay, so John, I appreciate you. He's asking interesting questions. Other than racing, how do you like your steak cooked?
Medium rare.
Medium well. I don't like it mooing. But I also don't like it bleeding.
I don't want it mooing, but medium rare is
I don't like it
kind of on the rare side of medium, not cooked. People have to know what that is. Like, I don't know, like a little bit of some red in the middle, but not a lot. That's
I like filet when it just falls apart in your mouth. That's all I got. I'm not. Let's see. Have we ever been to Badlands Motor Speedway? I've never heard of that, Dave. Never heard that, but it sounds cool.
Huset's?
Who?
Oh, it was formerly known as Huset's.
Huset's now. It's called Huset's.
That's a very famous racetrack. I don't remember, but it's on Dirt Track Sprint Cars 2002 for PlayStation. Everybody's played that track.
Everyone played it, but me.
I mean, you had to play that game if you're, I don't know, if you're into racing.
I feel like there's any advice. I had this question from Travis. Any advice for someone looking to return to YouTube after a long break? I assume doing what we're doing, just jump back in. I mean, anyone that wants to do YouTube, you have to start somewhere, but my biggest thing is just staying consistent with it. I mean, imagine if we weren't doing this and we didn't do any videos all winter, you probably would have forgotten us by now.
I feel like it's a momentum thing. Like I have such a hard time jumping on and doing social media without you because you just do it all the time. So I feel like it's like second nature to you. Me, I'm so like worried about, well, did I do this right? Or did I say the wrong thing? Whatever. So, but if I'm doing it all the time, it's easy. It's when I haven't posted anything for a few weeks or a month or whatever. Then it's, well, what do I post? Cause it's gotta be something good.
Yeah.
When you're posting every day, it's like, I don't know. It doesn't have to be anything. Cause you've got
true.
A whole bunch of other content that could be decent, you know?
We do these videos, but he doesn't share them on social media. Apparently, I'm supposed to do that. Let's see. Rioli. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but he asked, God, that's terrible. I don't know. Any thought on changing the color of your iRacing car? It didn't stand out on the screen. We're working on it. We are working on it.
I didn't hear the question.
About your iRacing car again.
Oh,
it's work in progress.
The graphics.
So once you get the graphics, will you be able to put that on both a sprint car and the late model? Like, will you be able to bet?
I have no idea.
Don't know. Okay.
I got to tell you, I usually leave that to the lettering guy. I don't know. I'm not a starving artist.
No. Big Doug Leroy asks when he's going to see Jenny again after lunch. We are going over, and what are we doing with Jenny
today? Oh, we're going to install the drive shaft. And installing the drive shaft and the safety loops and stuff.
Yeah, not much has changed in her department because I think just as tough on you as regular racing. That's a good question.
No, because you don't have the G-force and the rattling your head around and all of that on you. The only thing that's tough is it's mentally challenging, and like with your eyes, like somebody mentioned the other day that I don't blink. Well, you're just focused the whole time, and you can't lose focus, or else you'll be in the wall or into another car. So
my dad forgets to breathe.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
Yeah, you get so into
you get
it,
tense.
You don't think, you don't breathe.
You know, you're trying to concentrate on being more fluid and being smooth, not jerking the wheel, and Matthew, ask Mike if he fired me for spotting. I didn't fire you. You just didn't show up. Anytime you want to hop in. But when I really want to thank Alex Bergeron. He did a phenomenal job giving me some coaching and stuff while he had time. He doesn't have a lot of time because he does a ton of iRacing himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a professional race last night, so he couldn't spot for me during the race. But before the race,
are you actually allowed spotters?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, watch some of like Swindell Speed Lab videos and stuff. They spot for each other. Kevin had a spotter last night that was giving him all sorts of information. It's really cool. But
it's not fair.
It is fair because everyone can have one.
No, it is fair, but it's not like real racing. We don't get spotters.
They also have mirrors on iRacing. The idea is to try to get people to race clean.
Interactive. Okay.
So they, because if you can't see and you don't know where the guy is, you'll run him over on accident.
You're allowed spotters. No way.
And you can't it's not like real life where you can race by feel. You're not gonna feel the guy coming behind you. So you need the mirror to know.
I don't know. Benedetto here, he seems to think he might do a decent job.
Though, Matt, I need you to get me into the USAC race. I can't believe there's a big USAC race tonight at Kokomo with midgets and sprint cars, and I didn't know about it. And what?
Have you raced with USAC?
No, so that's probably why I wasn't invited. But that would have been awesome. Yeah. My favorite cars on iRacing are the midgets and the sprint cars. So.
Well, I guess we need to work on that. Oh, Zach asked, is there any advantages or disadvantages to sitting in the middle of the car on a late model?
The advantage to sitting in the middle of the car is it's safer. Mm-hmm. If you get hit in the left side of the car when your driver's on the left, there's a lot less room for the other car to hit and have it crumple and not hit you. So it's a much safer car to be in the middle. It also changes your weight balance. If the driver's way off to the left, then the weight's over there, whereas the driver in the middle, it's more centered. Pavement racing, that's why most of the pavement cars, the drivers are on the left because they need the left side weight. But on a dirt car, it's not always necessary.
Speaking of weight, can you talk about the importance of how much a driver weighs to be able to distribute weight?
Yeah. So the less that I weigh, the more I can take a piece of lead and move it around the car, place it in the left front or the right front or the right rear or the left rear, up high, down low. There's different places you can move it to adjust the car. Where if I'm so heavy that I'm over the minimum weight without any lead, then I don't have any lead to move around. Yeah. Or else if I'm bolting lead on, my car is heavier than everyone else's. Mm-hmm. And if I'm heavier than everyone else's, it's harder to get it to move and corner the way you'd like. So the weight of the driver is pretty particular. Mm-hmm. And that's why we work out, stay in shape, and all that stuff.
He didn't work out this morning, in case you guys were wondering.
Yeah.
He's been having a hard time sleeping. I think I'm just going to...
No, you know what? That's another good subject. So for some reason, I don't know about you guys, but this iRacing, I want to start calling it insomnia racing because every time I do it, I have insomnia. In real life, I leave the racetrack and you have the drive home to call your friends and family and sponsors and stuff and kind of wind down, talk about the race, this and that. I hop out of the sim rig. I'm all pumped up from doing the race. I've been practicing for an hour or more and then racing, and you're really tense and you gotta vent and stuff. And I come home and Mandy's like, "Can we go to bed?"
Yeah.
I can't go to bed right now. I'm not ready to go to bed.
I gave him 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes of my attention. He just was so wired. I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah. So I don't know how to deal with that. I'm gonna have to go for a drive and act like I'm driving home from the races.
That's a good idea. Just go drive around the block until an hour and a half later. Come home. You might be done. Oh my God. Let's see. Kyle asks, when's someone going to hook Kyle Larson up with modified ride when he comes to PA? You know, he's actually talked to my brother about doing that, but it's usually like timing wise. Sometimes when he comes to PA, there's no modifieds racing where they are. So it's kind of like you have to choose accordingly. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't, I mean, at least 2 years ago, what race was NASCAR not going to let Kyle race? Wasn't that last year? There's like a big,
I don't know. Yeah, the NASCAR car owners don't always let them do whatever they want.
Yeah, they're
very limited.
NASCAR drivers, you're only allowed like so many races outside of NASCAR.
Yeah. And the other thing is so a lot of people ask your dad or Brett Hearn or whoever, they let like a celebrity come in and drive their car, and like 9 times out of 10 the car gets wrecked. Yeah. So there needs to be basically somebody needs to put up the like the crash
binder.
The binder, so that if something happens, there's some money there to fix it, because that's the whole risk. Like everyone talks about, why don't you put this guy in your car? You have a car. Well, what happens when it gets wrecked? It's then I won't have a car.
Yeah, I mean when we had our racing school, whoa, hello, almost okay. When we used to have our racing school, the students would have to put up a binder, and we'd hold on to it like cash. We'd hold on to it, but really, does that binder actually cover? Like, who would go to jump into a sprint car and say, here's like a $10,000 binder in case I wreck it? I guarantee you sometimes that costs more than 10 grand if you wreck it. Yeah. Like I've seen someone flip a sprint car at our racing school and I'm like, I don't think the binder covered that. Oops, that's going to hurt. Yeah. Yeah. So you definitely have to look at all aspects, but I think that would be cool. I mean, it would be interesting to see. So, yes, thank you, Jordan. It was the Knoxville Nationals that Larson had to make a deal with. Yes, I remember that. That was like it was so crazy.
Brent Butler, dirt racing is awesome. Yes, it is.
Ooh, Kanan asked, do you have any tricks on getting a tire off the rim without a tire changer?
Without a tire changer? We could do a video on that. If you guys want to know about getting the tires off, yeah, you don't need a tire changer at all.
A tire changer? Not the thingy,
He means like the machine that has the spoon and it spins around. No. We don't ever use those. So I can definitely show you that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're talking about bead locks, but we do have some non-bead lock wheels we can show you too.
Hey, honey, Zach is asking a great question.
Mike, does Mandee have ADHD? Well, if she does, it's not diagnosed, but
OCD.
Close to it.
I have OCD. Close enough. Oh my gosh.
Corey Brown asked, Mike, do you like football? It's okay.
You sound like me. I'm like, it's okay.
It's not racing.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be racing. We used to have these hats. There's trucker hats back in like the early 90s. They said, I'd rather be racing on them. I love those.
Maybe we should make them
basically
right now.
Whatever is going on, I'd rather be racing.
Should we make those right now? Like, I'd rather be racing. We can all just take pictures sitting on our couch, looking out the window. I'd rather be racing. We should make that a thing. What do you think? Should we? Should we make that a thing? Let's see. Ooh, Dennis asked, difference between
without the nose piece on the front, and then they have a really narrow tire, so they don't get a lot of traction. They have a pull bar thing over top of the rear end instead of our cars have a torque arm, and then the late models have a pick arm with a spring and a shock on it. I don't know. It's just suspension and body differences is really the big thing in the tire width. But also UMP mods, the driver sits on the left like the late model. We sit in the middle. Our car's a lot more like a sprint car, to be honest.
It really is.
Ours are based more like a sprint car.
We should compare
with
the
a
frames.
Car body on it.
We should compare the frames.
Yeah,
we really should.
If you look closely, our dirt modified, big block modified is a large sprint car with a taller, wider frame, much safer, much more room to work with, and I don't know. That's all I can think of.
Sound good to me. There's someone outside. Maybe I do have ADHD. Whatever. Okay? Whatever. Bill's comment?
Yeah.
About AJ Foyt. He once said racing on asphalt is like a champagne brunch, but dirt racing is like beer with the boys. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Little dirt in your beer never hurt. Or in your cheese fries. Someone asked, what's Big Dog Leroy, what's a good way to talk to you? Depending on who you want to talk to. Facebook messages, right? Right, Facebook?
Yeah.
Facebook messages. We usually check them within like 24 to 72 hours.
If possible.
Is the front end of your mud bus considered a straight axle?
Yes, it is a straight axle. It's
Do people actually still call us mud buses? I call us mud turtles.
Mud turtles?
I call them mud turtles. Modifieds are mud turtles.
They're not as round on the top as a turtle is, but okay.
Depending on how you put the roof.
But yeah, straight axle where the UMP mods have control arms like a street car would have.
Mm-hmm.
But the UMP mods are supposed to have stock front clips as far as I know. Like a Chevelle stock front clip, where a late model can have a custom design front clip.
John agreed. He said they're mud turtles. Thank you. I love it. If you can't have fun and joke, guys, then you need to live a little bit. Okay? Just saying. Okay. We should probably answer like 1 or 2 questions, and we gotta bounce and go see Jenny. Motor rules are open in IMCA. There's a claim rule. Ooh, interesting. Justin C.
Do you think a mixed race of northern mods versus southern mods would be successful, doable, or would one completely dominate over the other? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that the northern mods would be a lot faster because they have a much wider tire. I really think that they would have a lot more traction and more horsepower because we're allowed to have big blocks. I don't know. I don't know if that would be comparable.
Ooh, okay. Last one. Can you explain a gambler's fee? I can do that one. Can I not? I think I can. Okay, a gambler's fee. So some tracks will allow or they'll promote a gambler's fee. So let's just say for easy math wise, all right, it's $2,000 to win 30-lap race. Well, they're going to put up a gambler's fee that if you, the driver, puts in $100, they'll up it to $5,000. I feel like I totally jumped high in numbers.
Sure.
But we're going to go with that. So every driver that wants to go for the gambler's fee, they have to basically bet. They gamble. They bet on themselves. They put in $100 before the night even starts. And if they win the race, they get the upgraded purse. And everyone else just lost an extra $100, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And if no one wins the gambler's fee, like Joe Schmo down the road won and didn't bet on himself, then the track really just made some good extra money.
Or the insurance company, because sometimes they do it through a company, like an insurance company. So if the driver that puts in the money gets it, then they pay the extra amount so that the promoter doesn't lose that amount.
Okay.
And then otherwise it goes back to them. So it's like a risk versus reward thing for them.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense. I like gambler's fee. I think they're fun. It's interesting. But yeah, so we are like 5 minutes over time. We have to go check out Jenny and see how she is doing.
That was just the green, white, checkered.
What was?
The overtime, green, white, checkered.
Green, white, checkered? Okay. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. We will see you all tomorrow here at 12:15. So we'll see you then.
See ya.
Bye.